RPGs, and you'll in the wild area really find the widest variety of wild Pokemon out of any area in the games, and it also changes the Pokemon you can encounter depending on the weather conditions and where you go and the time of day.
I think that button's to like connect online, that Y button.
あとちょっと見ていただいて分かる通りカメラをこう自由に動かすことができるのでこれによってまあ落ちているアイテムであったり空を飛んでいるポケモンを探すこともできます。
And the wild area it spans across multiple towns, so your adventure will take you back to this the wild area multiple times. And as you can see on screen here, you can control the camera freely in this area to better find hidden items that are lying about, and also see the Pokemon that are flying above in the sky.
It's a person right there.
Yeah, it's a person.
So it looks like we are seeing Pokemon out in the
Wingull. Keep your eyes peeled for anything new. That's a Bunnelby.
あと先ほどちょっと出ましたけど、ちょっとびっくりマークが出てくるの
That music though, you hear it?
あれはこうまたシンボルポケモンではいないこう
UI is so good looking.
そのランダムのエンカウントの
It's sharp too.
It still tells you what's super effective and not.
So yeah, we have the Pokemon wandering about the field. We call them kind of symbol encounters, where you can see the Pokemon before you actually encounter it. But at the same time, you actually just saw an exclamation mark pop up in the tall grass there, and that kind of simplifies that it's a random encounter. You don't know which Pokemon you're going to encounter. We wanted to have a mixture of both types of encounters in these games, so also let players enjoy that excitement of not knowing what they're going to encounter.
Okay, so you can do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. It looks like we've got a lot of different types of Pokemon.
Man, the models look so good.
Shh, girls.
See how the screen cut like that?
今回は単性のバトルというふうになってまして、今回の単性のバトルで実際に戦ったり、ボールを投げたりして捕まえることができます。
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of Pokemon to encounter, and of course, as you can see here, the battle system, it's the battle where you choose moves to defeat the wild Pokemon before you
Pretty.
or battle against before you set.
まあポケモンごとに特性があったり、道具を持たせることもできますので。
Sorry about the girls.
Branch poke, that's a new move.
As well as the ability to give them items to hold, so there's definitely a lot of depth to the battle system. Yeah, certainly I think fans are going to look forward to the
Macy!
battle system, and we'll be able to enjoy that.
Hey, if you want to run around and play, go in your room. Okay? I'll go in your room with her.
There's that Corviknight. Ooh.
You add it to party? Cool.
Yep. Yeah, they're keeping that mechanic.
Looking forward to kind of this return of the really, in-depth or the deep battle system that we have.
That just spawned in really quick.
That might show us raids. Look, the raid things are up.
He just whistled. Give me this now. Yeah, the game needs to get here. Like now. Look at all those raid spots. Look at them all.
More.
Oh my god, there's so many.
Right now, we'll see more water-type Pokemon, and maybe if it was snowing, you would see more ice-type Pokemon, for example.
毎日こうワイルドエリアは天候が変わったりするので行くたびに新しい出会いが待ってますんで毎日ワイルドエリアに訪れてほしいなと思います。
And the climate's pretty dynamic, so if you come back a different day, the weather may be completely different. So we really think that players will have a lot of fun coming back multiple times and seeing the different Pokemon that appear depending on the weather conditions.
We're gonna spend so much time here.
Talking about the different encounters, but it looks like Terry can also whistle to attract Pokemon, and different Pokemon have
Metapod.
different reactions to when he does that.
エンカウントシステムの話をしてたと思うんですけど、今ちょっと口笛をして、いろんな反応でポケモンたちがしてると思うんですけど、もうちょっと教えてもらえますでしょうか。
そうですね。ポケモンは種類によって、近づいプレイヤーを見ると近づいてきたり、逆にこう逃げていったりするポケモンもいます。でなかなかこう空を飛んでいるポケモンとかが捕まえづらかったりするんですけど、 口笛を吹くことで、こちらにこうおびき寄せたりとかですねして、いろんなポケモンと出会うことができるようになってます。
Yeah, the whistle is kind of key to encountering
How about we do
certain
that?
types of Pokemon. For
Yeah.
example, if they're flying high above, you can't really, encounter them very easily. So you have to attract their attention by whistling at them. But at the same time, like you said, kind of different Pokemon react differently. Some might see you whistle and run away, for example, or others may be curious about you and approach you.
There, that should be better.
Terry's doing a great job of battling and capturing Pokemon here in the wild area.
Just got my Metapod. 捕まえましたね。
Expanding the party.
That's right.
So I think for today's Treehouse Live segment, we're going to explore this part of the wild area as we kind of head closer to one of the towns in the game. And that should give us a good sense of this one particular part of the wild area, but clearly there's a lot more
Look at that,
to the
down
wild
there.
area than even what we're showing.
It tells you. All right. That makes me believe you can like other people can see what you're doing.
Like Victor caught this.
Yeah, like the guy's name's Victor caught Metapod.
そうですね、かなりこうポケモンシリーズにおいては広い場所となってまして、遠くに行けば実は強いポケモンとかも出て
This is insane.
自分の気持ちに合わせて
Different areas.
近くでいろんなポケモン
Galvantula, go get
貢
it.
献してもらえたらなと思います。
Yeah,
Go
it's
get
just
it.
a small portion of the wild area.
No.
If you wanted to walk really far out there, there's lots of stuff to discover, and it's it's much wider. There's a lot available to discover. For
Yeah,
example, a
Machop,
stronger
Snover.
Pokemon that you may want to go try and seek out.
あと先ほどちょっとこうしゃがみながらこう草むらを歩いてたりしたんですけども、ポケモンによっては、プレイヤーを見つけると逃げてしまうポケモンもいますので、こうしゃがみながらこう近づくと気づかれずにエンカウント
Don't run past it, you noob.
Yeah, we were actually just. I think Terry was showing the crouching down motion, where you can kind of get into the tall grass and quietly approach some of the more perhaps timid Pokemon. Otherwise, they might run away from you.
We had talked about how when the weather changes, that specific Pokemon appear more often. So right now it's hailing, so there's a different variety.
そうですね、今
Hailing, it definitely looks like snow.
違うタイプのポケモンがちらほらとちょっと見かけられますよね。
ここは今天候が雪に降っているので、氷タイプのポケモンが出るようになっています。
Yeah, since it's snowing right now, we might see a more ice type Pokemon appearing in the
He's about to punch you. You better run, dude.
And here we have
My God.
hunting. Trail
してるみたいだな。
Always picking my fights.
He ran right towards you. He's like, "Come here."
Now, of course, you can
Oh, that level jump. Look at the level jump.
But as we see here, there are some rather
You can run into
small
some crazy
Pokemon out
stuff.
結構序盤からワイルドエリアに行けるようになると思うんですけども、結構じゃあ、ここではレベル高いポケモンも出現するということですよね。
そうですね、ちょっと奥に行けばやっぱりレベルの高いポケモンって今かなりこうレベルに差があるんで、
Get over here.
逃げた方がいいんじゃないですか。
Yeah, depending on where you go, there'll be some very high level Pokemon that you maybe can't take on, so you should probably run away from this one. Uh-oh.
やられてし
Oh
まう。
no! Score bunny!
Poor Score Bunny.
逃げれるかな。
You got away.
This looks great.
One of the other things that we saw in one of the Nintendo Directs was that to kind of help you navigate the wild area, we saw the return of the bicycle.
そうですね、先ほども見たんですけれども、自転車が今回復活するというこ
This
と
looks
で、
good.
You can see the tires
いる
spinning.
んじゃないでしょうか。
そうですね、やっぱり自転車はファンも結構多くいたりするんで、今回こう自転車に乗ってこの広大なエリアを冒険する。
I like that it can be
Yeah, I think there
challenging.
are a lot of fans
Yeah.
looking forward to the return.
You
Yo!
can just hop onto the water, no like command.
Whoa!
ちょうどちょっとこうリエを
Oh, I see Vanillix.
いきなりこう加速することもできたり。
Gloria just caught Snow Run. You can see there. You can see what people catch.
入れるんで、こういう広大なエリアをこうなんでしょうね。自由に
That means your friends can be in here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it really
What's
lets
that
you
shiny
get around
spot?
the
This
wild
is probably
area very
an
quickly.
item.
You can even hold down the B button to kind of get a little dash move going, so you can get some extra speed. And as you saw, you can just kind of seamlessly transition to going above, on the lake there, kind of just riding over the water. So it definitely helps you get around.
This is definitely a
This
bike
is
I wish I had
insane.
when I was younger.
子供の時にこういう自転車があればよかったなって。
そうですね。ダッシュできたらすごいスピードで走れますから。
Yeah, definitely get you around quickly.
And then, of course, we also see that there's
You can pick up items on the bike.
wild area for players to find.
なんかちょっとなんていうんですか、隠れ的
Gloria also just caught a Pancham.
調べられてる。
You can see what other people are
い
catching.
ろいろそのキラキラと光ってるアイテムが落ちていたりするので、 毎日訪れるとまた新しいアイテムを見つけることができますね。
Yeah, every
Awesome.
time you come back, you'll find like kind of hidden items in different
That's
spots
awesome.
in the wild area, so it's a lot of fun to walk around and discover them.
And of course, activities to enjoy like fishing.
Now that's hail.
釣りも今、
Yeah.
ポケモンちょっと釣って
そうですね。
You see it's bouncing off the
釣りも
ground.
ワイルドエリアではまあいろんなことができるんですけ
Is that
ど、
accurate?
まあ釣りも
Yeah.
その一つですね。
Yeah, there's definitely a lot to do in the wild area, and as you mentioned, fishing is one of them.
いろんなポケモンに出会えるんで、もう釣ったりいろんなポケモンに出会ったりしてほしいなと思い
So
ます。
a lot of different ways to encounter.
What is
More
that?
battle?
Pokemon in the
Yeah,
area.
maybe Gloria's like offering to
Now,
battle.
one other thing that we've noticed here on
Or
the
trade?
left side is that we're seeing some icons pop up on the left
They're
side of the
talking
screen.
画面左の方にちょっといろんなアイコンが出てるんですけども、何でしょうか。
そうですね。Y と書かれているものと。その上にいろんなアイコンがステッカーがあるんですけども、これは、YY 通信といって、今回のソードシールドでいろんな通信を遊べるような仕組みがこの YY 通信になってます。
So this is part of the new kind of communication functionality we're calling that's through this device called the YCOM in the games, and you can actually have these what we're calling stamps appear to kind of show what other players are up to.
で今実はこれ近くで増田さんがそのまま遊んでいるんですけども、その、交換をしたいっていうアイコンがここに出てます。
So this is actually Masuda-san playing right next to us. He's playing the Gloria character there, but this stamp is signifying that he wants to trade with us.
Gloria.
まあここで通信交換とか対戦とかをまあ自由に呼びかけたりして、まあ例えばマックスレイドバトルもここで呼びかけることができます。
So you can
Oh.
use these stamps to kind of
Oh, you see it? You see it? You see it?
try and get other players to join you in a max raid battle.
You do see other players.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
This is actually Masuda-san. He's playing Gloria right now.
でワイルドエリア
You
は
can give each other items.
まあいろいろなこうプレイヤーが違う目的
Oh
を
my
持って遊んでたり
gosh.
するんですけども、
That's
そうい
huge.
ったプレイヤーが出会う場所でもありますね。
So there's a lot of different
It's like a
reasons
little
that
mini
players
MMO.
will come
I
back to the
know.
area, but you can kind of encounter them, other players, if you're connected in the wild area, and see them in your game.
ローカル通信であれば、まあ
Are you
近くで
crying?
遊んでいるプレイヤー
I'm
がそのまま
almost.
表示されますし、まあ、インターネット通信をすれば世界中のプレイヤーがこの
This is
ワイド
crazy.
エリアで一緒に遊ぶことができます。
And this works either via local wireless with other players that are nearby playing at the same time. You can also connect with to the internet to kind of play with other players from around the world.
That's
They
right. and it looks
didn't say anything
like,
about
Terry
friends,
has,
though.
I'm
gotten
tearing
to
up.
The town that we were heading towards.
Right, but
Wow.
there's some lights in the background, these red pillar lights. Could you guys explain what these are?
Yeah, we need the game now.
We know what they are.
はい。遠くに赤い光の柱みたいなものがあるんですけども、それって何でしょうか？
そうですね、あれはですね、ポケモンの巣でして、で中に非常に強力な、ダイマックスポケモンがいます。その
Bye,
パ
Gloria.
ワーエネルギーが赤い光で出ていますね。
So those are actually
That's
what
crazy.
Are called Pokemon dens, and there's a red light emitting from them when there is a Dynamax Pokemon inside. So the red light kind of represents the energy of the Dynamax when on.
Go fight it.
光のところに行くとマックスレイドバトルをチャレンジすることができます。
And what that means for the player is that you can go there and encounter that Dynamax Pokemon in a max raid battle.
Well, perhaps we should show what the max raid battle is.
Do
like.
it.
そうですね。
Do it.
早速じゃあマックスレイドバトルも、
そうですね。
ちょっとやってみたいと思います。
はい。
That's only 5 months away, King Arbok. That's
All
not
right,
that
so
long.
as we're prepping up to do said max raid battle, Mr. Mori, Mr. Masuda, could you explain a little bit more to the people watching at home about what the Dynamax feature
ちょ
is?
っとダイナマックスについてもう少し詳しく教えてもらっていいですか？
そうですね、これまでですね、メガシンカーとか Z 技っていう要素があったんですけども、今作ポケモンがパワーアップする新要素として入ったのがこのダイマックスです。
So Dynamax is actually
Make
a
it a
new
little
way to
smaller.
power up your Pokemon in these
That's
games.
fine.
It replaces what
There we
we've
go.
seen previously, for example, Mega Evolution and Z moves.
これ
Alright, so it shows you what.
Shows you what it
That's a
is.
Steelix.
そうですね、ダイマックス
You can, like,
レイドバトルなんですけども、好きな、
move Pokemon around, too.
ポケモンを1匹選んで
You
戦
can
うこ
choose
と
from
が
your
でき
box.
ます。
Mhm.
で今回はボックスからも
That's what I meant.
1匹選べるので、そこから1
Togekiss,
匹選んで
Arcanine,
ルカリオ
Ludicolo.
を戦ってみようと思います。
And each player participating in the battle can choose
Gives it
one
star
Pokemon,
rating.
From either their party or from the box.
It gives
So
you
it's important to
conditions when
choose
the
one of
battle
your
ends,
stronger
too.
Pokemon since you before you go into the max raid battle.
でも今回1匹なんで途中で交換はできないのでこの1匹大切
I'm
に
so excited for this.
Yeah.
You only get to choose one, and you can't change during the battle, so you've got to make sure it's a good choice.
Oh, Dynamax Steelix.
So you each only have one Pokemon.
Uh-huh.
ということはもうプレイヤー同士のコミュニケーションというのは非常に大切になってくるんですよね。
This is crazy looking.
4人で戦うのでその役割分担と連携がすごい大事になってます。
So yeah, cooperation between the players and also really determining the roles is going to be very important.
Look at the health
Defeating the
bar.
opponent.
まあ
You
例え
can
ば
see what other ones-
タイプ相性の強い良い技を持っているポケモンが中心となって攻撃してで戦況に合わせて
You can do things for your teammates too.
回復技で味方をサポートするっていうのがすごい
That's
大事
crazy.
So yeah, once you get into the battle, identifying maybe which of the 4 Pokemon will have the best type advantage to be the main attacker, and also like who can be the best kind of supporter or the Pokemon that will use healing moves to support the team.
Yes, I'm playing as Togekiss, so for my first move, I've used this.
Look at the little damage.
Used Reflect to try to protect all of us a bit.
そうですね、僕はトゲキスを使ってるんですけど
That's good, reflect.
ちょっとチームを
It's for the whole team.
はい
Thank you.
こうするとみんながこう
Get off that burn.
でこれによってこう攻撃が
Yo!
防げることがやってきます
That'll definitely help protect against some of these powerful attacks.
Max Rockfall.
That looks so cool.
Oh.
Alright,
My
so I
God.
guess we should do roll call. I'm playing Ludicolo, so I'm actually just got hit, and as we can see here, Steelix is doing multiple attacks. Is that fair?
ちょっと今ハガネールが連続で、技をいろいろ出してきたんですけれども、それって結構不公平ですよね。
ああそうですねまあダイマックスをしている
This is so cool.
まあ状況に合わせてやっぱり2回攻撃してきたりとかですねしますのでまあ油断しないように戦ってほしいなと思い
So
ます
yeah, when you're going up against a Dynamax Pokemon, sometimes they will take multiple moves, and so you really kind of can't let your guard down.
自分トムでウィンディ使って
That's very scary,
でかくなっていいですか
So I'm actually the Tom character here playing Arcanine. Is it okay if I use Dynamax?
Absolutely.
Oh, Dynamax Arcanine?
Yes.
ぜひお願いします。
ダイマックスなんですけ
I
ど
like how
も
it puts the symbol so you know that
Who's
person's
doing
gonna do
what?
it.
Yeah.
プレイヤーは1回しかまあできないんですねでプレイヤー側が順番にダイマックス権利が回ってきますでバトル
Now,
中
how would
に
you talk to each other? Probably through the app.
1人しか
Yeah, probably
一
through
人しか
the
ダイマックス
phone app, yeah.
このダイマックスタイミングも非常に重要となっています
The ability to use Dynamax, it actually rotates between the players each turn, but your team can only use Dynamax once throughout the entire battle. So it's important to kind of identify what the exact right timing is to be able to, exploit
Whoa!
its power.
So yeah, obviously a lot of strategy goes into these Dynamax raid battles.
結構じゃあ戦略性の高いバトルなので、
そうですね
I didn't even do that much.
その効果によって例えば今炎の技を出したんで
Sunlight turned harsh
な
though.
りましたね
Yeah, and you can see that there are, once you Dynamax, the Pokemon's moves will all turn into max moves, which are much more powerful, and they also have these added effects, like you saw a drought was just triggered based off Arcanine's attack.
Yeah, and they look really cool.
Steelix is getting
すごい
desperate.
かっこいいですね。
ああそうです迫力がすごいありますね
Yeah, definitely.
A barrier.
It's very impressive.
And as we can see, Steelix just put up a barrier around him.
今ちょっとなんかバリアを張ったみたいな
そうで
感じになって
すね
るんですけど。
今日照りになったのでソーラービームが一旦で出せましたねでこれもまた
You have to destroy the barrier.
いい連携だと思い
This
ます
is way better than I ever thought it would be.
バリアの方
Curse, he's setting up, dude. Oh.
まあ不思議なバリアというものがダイマックスに貼られてましてで今ヒットポイントがこう減ってくると、そういうバリアが登場します
So yeah, but with the barrier, what happens is once its HP is reduced, it'll put up this kind of barrier that you have to take down before it will actually start taking lots of damage again.
でこの今ゲージが5つあるんですけど
So it's kinda like a
ダメージを与え
substitute.
るごとに1つのゲージが減ってきますで
It's like, it's like armor.
ポケモンでも
Consider it like
ポケモ
armor.
ンでも1ゲージずつ減っていくのでこの時はもうどんなポケモンでも攻撃してこのバリアを壊していった方がいいですね
But you can see that there's a couple of different parts to the gauge, and each time you hit it with a damaging attack, at least one of those will be reduced. So even if your Pokemon isn't particularly powerful in the attack department, it can still reduce
Oh.
the gauge
Whoa.
by just using a damaging attack.
ダイマックス技だと 2ゲージ減らすことができますね
Well, yes, as you can see, my Togekiss used Dazzling Gleam, which is not particularly effective, but was still good enough to break that barrier down.
そうですね、今そんなに威力の高い技を使わなかったんですけども、
はい
まあそれでもゲージが減ったということで、
そうですね。で
Nice.
攻撃力がないポケモンでもこういった場では
Arcanine's bigger than Steelix. Yeah, it
it's a
is.
good opportunity for even the weaker Pokemon to participate and really contribute to the fight. And Dynamax moves, if you use it against it, it'll actually take down 2 gauges, two slots of the gauge.
まあゲージを壊したんで、あとはもう
This is
Can his
crazy.
barrier
Yeah,
come
you
up
guys
more than
broken
once?
down the barrier, so now you just need to defeat the Pokemon.
They just said now you just need to defeat it.
We're very close, but one thing that we haven't talked about is that storm that's kind of lurking around Steelix. Could you talk a little bit
上
about
のな
that?
んかちょっと怪しい雲っていうか、その荒い天候っていうのは何でしょうか。
あれはもうダイマックスしたポケモンのエネルギーがこう頭上でこう現れている状態で
That's really the kind of the energy of the Dynamax phenomenon just kind of brewing above their head.
もうちょっとで倒せますね。
Looks like you're probably going to be able to defeat this one without too much trouble.
この指攻撃を集中させたりする
Follow you
こ
makes
ともできます
Togekiss the center of attention.
おこれで
Trying to be the tank.
I wonder if you can be able to like level up Pokemon in the raids.
We're about to see. I don't think so.
お倒しましたね
And we didn't have a single Pokemon faint. That was actually pretty good.
Catch
今
it.
回一匹も気絶してないので、よかったです。
はい
So now all of us have a chance to actually catch this Steelix, and so by catching it, can we add them to our party?
これで勝利して、捕まえるチャンスがあるんですけれども、捕まえたら、手持ちのポケモンとしてこう加えることができるということでしょうか。
あそうですねなんでこの、まあ、ポケモンを倒すと、まあ、ゲットするチャンスが生まれますで捕まえると、まあ、ポケモンをそのまま手持ちにすることができたり、まあ、結構実はいいアイテムも手に入ることもできま
That
す
was slow.
So yeah, you can actually, every player who participates in the battle are able to get a chance to catch it. But even if you don't catch the Pokemon, there's still a variety of rewards for the players that participate to
They
get
didn't
items
show
and
that.
such that will help be beneficial in their adventure.
なんでもう世界中の友達とか、まあ、プレイヤーとか友達とぜひ遊んでほしいなと思います
So it's definitely something that I hope players will be excited to play along with their friends, but also other players from around the world.
Yes, my daughter has really gotten into Pokemon with Pokemon Let's Go, so I'm very excited to be able to do raid battles with her in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield.
そうだな、レッツゴーピカチュウ、レッツゴーイーブイで娘がすごいポケモン好きになったの
Or
で、
blocking Masuda.
こう一緒にマックスレイドバトルができることを楽しみにしております。
そうですね
So I think Masuda-san, I think there was another topic that you wanted to touch on.
まあ実機プレイは多分以上になると思うんですけども、ちょっと増田さんからお話ししたいことがあるっていうのは聞いたんですけども、
はいそうですねちょっと皆さんにお伝えしたいことがありますポケモンホームはポケットモンスターシリーズとポケモン GO のポケモンたちを集めることが新しいサービスでもちろんこのソードシールドとも連動します
Hopefully, Lona Zagtur's in this. That'd be crazy.
It's about the Pokemon Home service that we recently announced. So it will connect with the Pokemon RPGs as well as Pokemon Go to allow players to really gather all of their Pokemon in a single location. And of course, it will also work with the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield games.
ただしここでこれまでポケモンバンクのサービスをご利用していただいているファンの皆さんにちゃんとお伝えしたいなと思っていることがあります
But there is one important change from the previous Pokemon Bank service that I want to tell all of its users about.
これまでのポケットモンスターシリーズは例えばサンムーンではアローラ図鑑に含まれていないポケモンも、全種類をポケモンバンクから連れてくることができました
So in previous games that worked with the Pokemon Bank service, you were able to, for example, in Sun and Moon, bring over any Pokemon even if they weren't in the Alola Pokedex.
でハードがNintendo Switch になって、ポケモン1匹ずつに対しての、表現自体も、非常にこう、豊かになりました
But with the transition to the Nintendo Switch hardware, with its, it being much more powerful, allowing us to be much more expressive with each of the individual Pokemon.
でもう一つポケモンはもう今では図鑑番
I
号
think I see where this is
800 を
going.
超えてます
And now we're well over 800 Pokemon species in the games.
でその中で1匹ずつ大切にクオリティを上げてバトルバランスも取って、限られた、開発期間の中で最新作をお届けするためにどうするかっていうのは、長い間議論を重ねてきました
And at Game Freak, we really spent a lot of time thinking about what the best way to move forward was, really preserving the quality of all the different Pokemon, while also, taking into account the battle balance, having so many different Pokemon available, all within, a limited development time, so we don't keep fans waiting too long for every new entry in the series.
その結果
It's probably gonna be only Pokemon in the game you could transfer over.
And after a lot of discussion, we decided to come to kind of a new direction.
つまりですねポケモンホームとソードシールドの間を行き来できるポケモン をガラル図鑑に登場するポケモンに絞ることにしました。
And so what that means for Pokemon Sword and Shield is that players will be able to transfer their Pokemon from Pokemon Home only if they appear in the Galar region Pokedex.
図鑑の、舞台に合わせて冒険のごめんなさい、冒険の舞台に合わせて、こだわって登場するポケモンを、決めています。
So we were very careful. We spent a lot of time really thinking what the best selection of Pokemon to match
That means
the
there's
setting of
probably
the
a lot of
adventure would
Pokemon
be.
in the Galar region.
さらに詳しい話は今後の取材とかインタビューでちゃんと説明してい
So
きたい
that's
と
big, especially for
We'll talk more
ABL
about
Season
the
3.
details and future opportunities such as media interviews, but I wanted to let you know today.
ただポケモンバンクをご利用してくださってるファンの皆さんには少しでも早くお伝えしたいなと思って本日お伝えさせていただきました。
And I know there are a lot of users of the Pokemon Bank service who are looking forward to Pokemon Home, so I wanted to let them know what the change would be well in
You
advance.
want to put that in the staff chat
Of
real
course,
quick?
as somebody who's been
Not
hunting
really, I'm
for
trying
a
to
lot of
listen.
shiny
I'll do
Pokemon
it
and
here.
Pokemon Let's Go, any of those Pokemon that do appear in Pokemon Sword and Shield, I'll still be able to transfer from Pokemon Let's Go into Pokemon Sword and Shield
I
through
can do it.
Pokemon Home, correct?
That's fine.
レッツゴーピカチュウ、レッツゴー EV でたくさん色違いのポケモンを探して捕まえているんですけれども、
はい
それらのポケモンがガラル図鑑に登場するのであれば、
そうですね
ホームから、転送するっていうのが
そうですね。ホームを、経由して連れてくることができます。
That's right. Yeah, as long as they're in the Galar region Pokedex, you can transfer them from home.
That's great. Well,
そうですね。もちろんですね、今作のソードシールドガラル地方でもまだ見ぬ新ポケモンを含めてかなりのポケモンが出てきますし、ポケモンのボリューム、ゲームのボリュームとしてもかなりの、満足いただけるようになっていますね。
Yeah, in the Galar region, you're going to find a lot of Pokemon, including a bunch of Pokemon that no one has discovered yet. So the games are definitely chock full of content.
ガラル図鑑を完成させるのも非常に大変だと思うんですけども、皆さん頑張って集めてほしいなと思います。
And it will be no small feat to complete the Galar region Pokedex, but I do hope that players will give their best to try and catch them all in the region.
yeah, well, I'm excited to see how the story unfolds and to explore both the region and the wild area. But is there anything else that you want to add before we say goodbye and move on?
もう非常に今回のゲームのストーリーとかワイルドエリアでの探索というのを楽しみにしてるんですけれども、ちょっと最後にお二人から視聴者に向けての何かお言葉ありますでしょうか。
そうですね。先ほどマックスレードバトルを4人でやりましたけども、やっぱりやっていてなんか楽しいんですよね。ちょっとなんですかね、今までのポケモンの中ではなかった新しいシステムになってますので、やっぱり4人でワイワイ楽しく友達と一緒に遊べるっていう仕組みはすごい皆さんにぜひ体験してもらいたいなと思ってます。
Yeah, for me, it definitely is the max raid battles we just showed off. Playing together with your friends in this kind of
that's cool.
cooperative battle feature that we've never had in the Pokemon series before is really just a lot of fun. I hope fans of the series will look forward to being able to try that for the first time.
そうですね。ワイルドエリアでいろんなプレイヤーと一緒に冒険したりするのってすごいやっぱり楽しくてですね。ローカル通信で
I definitely think so. Maybe like 4 or 5.
通信を使って世界中のプレイヤーと出会って。そこで対戦や交換を楽しんでもらえたらなと思います。
And
I think-
even other than the max raid battles, we have
Ultra and Ultra Moon, there's like 400.
player features. You can trade and battle with
So-
other players, either nearby with the local wireless or to connect with other trainers from around the world using connecting via the internet.
Great. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you all for watching. What we're going to do is as we get ready for our next segment here on Nintendo Treehouse Live, we are going to go down to our Luigi's Mansion booth and give you all a sneak peek at what people are going to experience here on the show floor. It's a very, very special booth. So take a quick look at that, and then we will come back in just a few minutes for our very next segment, which I think a lot of people will be looking forward to very much. Thank you very much.
Okay. So,
Hey guys, I'm Morg.
Well, that was pretty awesome, you guys.